Hi Capricorn, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. Today we're going to talk about your new moon that occurs on December 22nd, 2022. And if you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented on Scorpio Soul Time, it really helps my channel grow. So thank each and every one of you for joining me. This is where we talk about astrology, we pull some tarot cards, and we also talk about the lunation cycle that we are upon. So Capricorn, this is your time for planting new seeds of intentions for your next 6 months until your full moon occurs 6 months from now. But Capricorn, this is also a great time for you all because we just had Chiron turn direct in Aries on the 20th. On the 21st, the sun moved into your sign. So happy birthday to all of the Capricorn sun, moon, rising signs out there. So let's get right into it. We're going to do a past, present, and future spread. I also tell everybody, take a look at the timestamps below to see where your sun, moon, or rising sign videos are, so you can look at those as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a past, present, and future card spread. In the past, you have the Four of Cups. In the present, you have the Emperor card, that Mars Aries energy. And in the future, you have the Seven of Cups. And then let's go ahead and pull 3 clarifiers. Already, it looks like you are leaving some kind of emotional, maybe information or something that was brought to you that you didn't really pay attention to, or someone was coming to you with some emotional help, but you were maybe disregarding it with that Four of Cups in the past. But let's take a look here in the clarifiers. So to clarify the Four of Cups, you all have the Ten of Cups. So definitely some great emotional energy that maybe you left behind, but later found out that it was a good thing for you to do that. The clarifier for the Emperor is the Moon card. So that's here at this new moon in Capricorn. Possibly some type of important information around your job, career could come out, but maybe could be hidden with that moon. And in the future, you do have the Ace of Cups. So lots of cup energy, Capricorn. So possibly you all are also dealing with a water sign like a Cancerian, a Scorpio, or a Pisces with the Seven of Cups, the Ace, 10, and the 4. So maybe using your intuition, but let's take a look, Capricorn. So at this time of this winter solstice, you all are definitely looking at where have you come in this last year, especially with your family. This 10 of Cups looks like in the past, you all have had some really emotional highs and maybe some lows too with that Four of Cups, maybe ignoring some messages that have been coming through, or people have been trying to lend emotional help. But it does seem like overall you all have been very happy in what you have been doing. Now in the present, at this new moon in Capricorn, you all do have the Emperor card clarified by the Moon card. The Emperor card is that Mars energy, you possibly taking the initiative on something you've wanted to do. Capricorn, you all are known for wanting to set goals, being very detail oriented in how the steps are to achieve those goals. But at this moon, please remember there are many aspects of it that may be hidden. So don't be surprised if more information comes out possibly as we move throughout the month of January, because we do have both Mars and Mercury going to be retrograde for most of the end of December moving into January. So I do feel like there's some really strong energy though, Capricorn, around you all finding some kind of purpose or mission that you all are trying to achieve for this upcoming year. And in the future, you all have the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups. And to me, it feels like there's some type of blessing that may be hidden. You all might have a lot of options presented to you that you all didn't realize were even an opportunity. You may have a boss come to you and say, you know what, we were considering, you know, this option for you in the upcoming year, but we actually had 2 other opportunities open up as well. Like there feels like there's some type of real benevolence benefic blessings for you in this upcoming year. So that's really exciting. But overall, Capricorn, I think you all are going to have a positive solar return here. This is a super moon in your sign, so don't be surprised if you have some really strong feelings of goal setting that you all want to accomplish. But otherwise, I would say take a look at your sun, moon, and rising sign videos, and I will talk to you all later. Bye. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. I'm Ronique. Today we're going to talk about the super new moon that occurs in Capricorn on December 22nd in Capricorn at 5:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who have never been to this channel, welcome. Here's where we talk about astrology, but we also pull tarot cards to sense the energies that we are working with. So Aquarius, if you haven't already liked, subscribed, given Scorpio Soul Time a thumbs up on YouTube, it really helps my channel grow. Please take a look in the description below. We have lots of content from monthly videos to pick a card reading, so it'd be really great if you peruse through all of that great content. Okay, Aquarius, let's take a look at your past. You do have the King of Pentacles in reverse in the past. For the present, you have the Five of Swords at this new moon in Capricorn. And then in the future, you have the Seven of Swords. So be careful of some people around you maybe being shady, deceitful here with that 5 and 7 of Swords, Aquarius. But let's take a look, pull some clarifier cards to see what this energy is about. Also, Aquarius, do take a look at the timestamps in the description below to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, or if you are a cross watcher wanting to look at a spouse or a friend or a child, you definitely can look at the description below to get the timestamps, okay? Okay, so to clarify the King of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So possibly you had some type of money or a twist of luck come through in a windfall in the past with that King of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. In the present, to clarify the Five of Swords, you do have the Magician in the reverse. So possibly this Five of Swords, someone is trying to maybe not get over on you, but maybe you're trying to figure out a way to level up the playing field with that Magician card. And in the future, with the Seven of Swords, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. So trying to figure out your next move of what's going on here with these swords. Okay, so let's take it one by one, Aquarius. In the past, with this King of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune, I have this sense that you received either a windfall, a raise, something maybe that was unexpected, with that being the Wheel of Fortune in the past that was really benefic for you. Money, this could have been something at work. Remember, Capricorn is that sign of goal setting and wanting to achieve the material achieve things in the material world. So at this new moon, I'm also wondering though, looking back on that King of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune, if there is a sense of possibly someone didn't really like that you got ahead, or possibly someone in your workplace. I'm kind of sensing someone in your workplace was either jealous or maybe you got a promotion over someone else. But there is this sense of this Magician, you using the tools that you have to be able to almost one-up this person or this group of people. And it feels like you're going to do it in a healthy way, as opposed to you trying to get back at somebody in a deceitful way, like maybe they did you. You're going to one-up them in a very healthy way, like healthy competition. Like you're going to do better on your end of year report, or you're going to do better at presenting your case, if you will, to the boss. Because in the future, I still sense that there's someone like feeling like they need to like do better than you, or they're trying to maybe steal some kind of information from you. But I feel like you're taking the higher ground, Aquarius. I feel like you're using this Three of Wands and you're really plotting out how can you strategically use your mind, use what you have to really do better in the workplace or wherever there is this competition going on. But overall, Aquarius, what I think is happening with you is as you plot for your 2023 ahead, you're really going to be using those Capricornian strengths of goal setting, being able to look at where you've come, get back to that King of Pentacles where you were feeling good about your money. And I really feel like if you just kind of ignore all the minutia of everyone else, I really think that you have a lot of positive things going on as you start this year. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in the timestamps below, and I'll talk to you later. Hi Pisces, welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn that occurs on December 22nd at 1 degree of Capricorn. So it's in the very beginning signs of Capricorn, or degrees of Capricorn. So Pisces, welcome. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented on Scorpio Soul Time, please do that. It really helps my channel grow. We're going to do a past, present, and future spread, and we're going to do it again because that one wasn't very clean. We want to get a good reading out of here. So we're going to do a past, present, and future card spread. Pisces, this is a really interesting time here because we do have not only the supermoon of the new moon going into Capricorn, but we also have the sun has moved into Capricorn on the 21st, and we also have the new seeds of intentions around what it is that you want in the new year. So Pisces, please take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in the timestamps below. All right, so in the past, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. In the present, you have the Emperor card in reverse, so Mars energy there. And in the future, you have the Hierophant. So Pisces, interesting energy with all of them being in reverse. Let's take a look at your clarifier cards and see if they as well are going to be in reverse. We also did have Jupiter move out of the sign of Pisces into Aries. So you all will be probably feeling a shift since Jupiter has been in your sign for quite a while now. Okay, so as that shift occurs, it will be interesting to see how the Pisceans feel about where they're at, not only with their emotions, but how things expand in Jupiter around those Aries themes of initiating and things you're wanting to get moving. Okay, all right, so to clarify the Queen of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands. To clarify the Emperor, we have the Strength card. So interesting there with the two major arcanas in the present. So that means some major energy going on for you all, Pisces, at this new moon. And then to clarify the Hierophant, you have the Six of Wands, so possibly some type of celebrations occurring. So it doesn't look like everything is reversed, so that's good news. So I think what I see here, Pisces, is in the past with this Queen of Swords and this Nine of Wands, there is something that you have been trying to initiate or make a decision around, and it really feels like you're getting tired. You're tired and you're worn out from having to, almost like the indecision of it. Possibly someone came in and made a decision for you, or you're just at the end of your kind of strength of having to deal with it all. And it feels like at this new moon in Capricorn, you're really able to do some goal setting. You're really able to take some time and figure out what you want for 2023. It feels like you are going to take this kind of like tiredness and turn it into like some real tangible goal setting. And I say that because the Emperor card is that Mars energy of being able to initiate, but also with that Jupiter in Aries, I feel like there's going to be this strength that also helps you all be able to make some concrete decisions on how you want to move forward in the year, how you want to kind of get out of this indecisive mode of the past and get into some tangible energy. And I think that that's going to be really helpful because I feel like in 2023 you have this Hierophant card and the Six of Wands, and to me that is showing someone is going to reward you or celebrate you. And this could be with that Hierophant, it's probably someone of a higher standing than you. So this could be a boss, this could be your company, this could be your church. Someone or an entity or a body of people are going to recognize the hard work and the efforts that you put in. So I would say, Pisces, throughout this end of the year and into 2023, really make some concrete goals of what you want to achieve. Make sure that you are maybe writing them down or really documenting the work that you do so that when it's time for your evaluation, when it's time for your review, you're able to tell your boss, look, I was able to, you know, take this account to, you know, this amount, or to, you know, I was able to have record sales. Whatever it is that you do for a living, I feel like you're going to be rewarded for in the future. Okay, Pisces, I hope you all have a great new moon in Capricorn, and I'll talk to you later. Hi, Aries. Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. This video is going to be for the new moon in Capricorn that occurs on December 22nd, 2022. And what is exciting about this, Aries, is that at this time we've had a lot of movement during the days prior to this super new moon. We did have Chiron turn direct in your sign of Aries, so you all might feel a little lighter, a little less in your feelings, if you will, so that will be nice. The sun moved into Capricorn on the 21st, so that is exciting. And I think, Aries, this is like a really good time to really feel a lot better. I feel like now that Jupiter also has moved out of Pisces and into your sign of Aries, so I feel like you are going to have a lot of momentum, big energy at this time. Okay, so let's do a past, present, and future card spread for you all. Also, Aries, if you would like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up on this YouTube channel. It really helps my channel grow, as well as hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. Okay, Aries, so let's get right into it. So your past, you have the Ten of Swords. Always like seeing the Ten of Swords in the past because I feel like you're getting over some cycle that you are ready to end. In the present, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse at this new moon. And in the future, you have the Five of Cups. So, and that's also in reverse. So let's go ahead and pull some clarifier cards for each. And Aries, at this new moon, this is also the winter solstice. So please remember that this is a great time to plant new seeds of what you would like to accomplish in this next 3 months before we get to that spring equinox in the spring when we are starting a whole new astrological cycle. So this is a great time to really reassess where you're at with your goals. Capricorn is about goal setting, about in the physical world, what is it that you can do to make measurable steps to achieve goals. So go ahead and do that at this time, okay? Okay, so to clarify the Ten of Swords, we do have the Hangman in reverse. So some enlightenment has gone on there. In the present, you have the Nine of Swords. So possibly worrying about something that you've been working on here at this new moon in Capricorn. And in the future, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse, clarifying that Five of Cups. So already, what I'm already sensing, Aries, is that you have been possibly worrying about something that possibly you don't have a lot of control over. And I say that because anytime I see the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Swords, a lot of mental gymnastics have been going on with you. And I feel like in the past, you needed to make a decision, or a decision possibly was made for you where you were enlightened and you were finally realizing, okay, I'm done. Like I can no longer, there's no more room on this path for me. This could have been a job that you were let go from. This could have been a place of, you know, where you hang out with friends, but then something turned in a bad way and you were just like, you know, I can't do this anymore, or you had to let go of a friendship, a relationship. There's something in the past that you let go of that you then realize later that it wasn't working for you anymore. But I do feel like the mental gymnastics I was talking about, it feels like you've started either some new project, you're working on maybe your degree, there's something that you've been maybe working on a hobby, but you're kind of worried, or you've been having like a lot of sleepless nights around. So be careful, especially at this new moon. This is a super moon, so a lot of us are going to feel it a lot more. Be careful of being too wrapped up in your thoughts, kind of having that analysis paralysis. I do feel like once Mercury goes direct in January, like mid-January, and we come out of that, I feel like some of this is going to clear up. I don't think it's going to clear up as much as you would like during this lunation cycle. I think it's going to take until Mars and Mercury go direct in January before you kind of clear up some of this confusion that you might have around this project. And in the future, like I said, I feel like this Five of Cups and Queen of Swords, you've kind of been really doing some mental gymnastics around how do you cope with, or maybe you're concentrating on the negative as opposed to the positive with that Five of Cups. And this Queen of Swords is almost like you need to make a decision in order for you to like move on from it. And so I think your challenge, Aries, is going to be with all of this like forward momentum with Chiron and now Jupiter in your sign. You're going to have a lot of expansive energy, and I think you're going to be wanting to go, 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 and you're not necessarily going to feel like you're making traction, just because we do have some retrogrades going on. We do have Mars and Mercury both retrograde. So I would say take your time, Aries. Don't feel like you have to have it all worked out or all figured out, okay? Because that Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, and that Queen of Swords is like a lot of mental gymnastics that you just need to be patient and let the let the cycles take hold, and just pay attention to what messages you get throughout the cycle, okay? Okay, Aries, I hope you all have a great new moon in Capricorn, and I'll talk to y'all later. Hi, Taurus. I hope you're doing well. I'm Ronique, and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. Today, we're going to talk about the new moon. It's actually a super moon that occurs in Capricorn on December 22nd, 2022, and it's at the very beginning of Capricorn at 1 degree. So, Taurus, this is a great time for goal setting, especially as we're ending a year, going into a new year. But also, remember, we do have Mercury in its retrograde shadow. It goes fully retrograde at the end of December, and then we already have Mars in retrograde. So just remember, Taurus, that even though you may want to set a lot of goals at this time, just be fluid, be able to adjust those as you get more information in January, okay? All right, Taurus, so we're going to do a past, present, and future card spread, and then we will pull some clarifier cards. Also, Taurus, if you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented on Scorpio Soul Time, given me a thumbs up on YouTube, it really helps my channel grow, and it helps you get notified if you hit the bell on when I post new content, okay? And take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in the timestamps in the description. All right, Taurus, so let's get right into it. So in the past, you have the Six of Cups in reverse. In the present, you have the King of Wands in the upright position. And in the future, you have the Five of Pentacles. All right, so let's pull some clarifiers for that Six of Cups, possibly someone coming in from your past that has helped you But it does look like with that King of Wands in the present at this new moon, Taurus, you may have some, almost like some opportunities for some growth, maybe some goal setting around where you want to go with your career, with your job. So let's pull some clarifiers and see what's going on there. Okay, that one kind of skipped, so I like to cut them again anytime the kind of feels like the message wasn't very clear there. I like a nice good cut. All right, so to clarify the Six of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. In the present, for the King of Wands, you do have the Empress. Many signs are getting really major arcana cards going on in this present position, and I feel like that new moon in Capricorn is really wanting you to plant those seeds of intention, so I think that's great. And then the clarifier for the Five of Pentacles is this High Priestess, using your intuition and tapping into that higher realm. So let's take a look at the past. So Taurus, in the past, you do have the Six of Cups and Wheel of Fortune. And I do feel like there was some type of opportunity that maybe was missed in the past, or maybe you didn't have, or felt like you didn't have as good of luck as you would have wanted. I feel like someone came in from your past that maybe you all were working on some type of project together, or something just didn't, something went amiss. It feels like there was something that was kind of lost in the past that you wish you could have gotten back. But I do feel like in the present, you're feeling much stronger. It feels like there is this opportunity here, Taurus, at this new moon in Capricorn to really set some new intentions, especially with that King of Wands and the Empress. You may have been feeling a little, I feel like both you and Scorpio, since we are in you all's eclipse cycle, have been maybe wanting to start something new, maybe wanting to, you've gotten clarity over this last, 12 months of you all's eclipses. There feels like there's this opportunity that is being presented to you, or that you are like ready to get started with, whether it is a new business idea, maybe you all are wanting to like change jobs, or maybe you're wanting to just start a new health routine. There still feels like something that Venus oriented, and with those wands, something with that fire that could be starting up at this new moon in Capricorn, that you're just like, I'm ready to like start something new. I'm ready to like get into something I've never either done before, or birth something into creation. So that would be interesting to hear what kind of ideas have been kind of percolating around in your head. And then in the future, you have the Five of Pentacles and the High Priestess. And to me, this is all about listening to your intuition when you start kind of going in that direction of like, oh, woe is me. Like that Five of Pentacles is like, I don't have enough money to do this, or I can't go start that new website because I don't have enough money to get a graphic designer, or I feel like I'm not making enough money in order to go on a trip somewhere. Like it feels like there's this woe is me type attitude, and the universe and your angels are wanting you to really tap into your higher mind. Don't be concerned about what you don't have, and really look back on what it is at this new moon that you're getting these signals to try and create. I do feel like many of you have a lot of creativity in you, and I feel like at this super moon, new moon in Capricorn, you're really going to be able to goal set and like figure out how to make those steps occur in 2023. It just really feels like it might be slow going. It might not be as quick as you're thinking, but I really feel like, tap into that High Priestess energy. And then with that Empress, it's like these three major arcana cards as clarifiers are kind of saying like, don't stress. You're going to be able to like get what you want. You just need to have a plan. Okay. All right, Taurus, I think this is going to be a great new moon in Capricorn for you. Take a look at those timestamps below to look at your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, I'll talk to you later. Hi Gemini, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn that occurs on December 22nd, 2022 at 1 degree of Capricorn. So Gemini, if this is the first time you are joining me, look at that, that 9 of Cups just came out. So I'm actually going to put that to the side. You all might have some kind of wish being fulfilled at this time, so that might be some great energy. If you haven't joined me before, welcome. This is where we talk about astrology, but we also pull some tarot cards to see how the energies are affecting us around this lunation cycle. Also, Gemini, if you have not already liked, subscribed, commented on my channel, I would really love if you would. Take a look at the timestamps below to be able to go to your sun, moon, and rising signs, or if you're a cross watcher, to look at the other signs as well. Okay, Gemini, so let's get right into it. Let's see how this new moon in Capricorn is affecting you all. Remember, Capricorn is that sign of goal setting, really wanting to take initiative, make a plan, if you will. This is a great time to really think of how do you want to start off 2023, but do keep in mind that we will have Mercury will go fully retrograde at the end of December, while Mars has been retrograde since the end of October, and both will be retrograde until mid-January, okay? So just be really fluid with some of your intentions and your goal setting, and just know some things may need to shift a little as you get more information, okay? All right, Gemini, so in the past, we do have the Page of Wands in reverse. In the present, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And in the future, you have the Four of Wands in the upright position. Really positive energy. That Four of Wands to me always symbolizes to me some of that Gemini quality with the wands, almost like a gateway. And I feel like you all's sign, the glyph of you all's sign is kind of like this gateway. So that's kind of positive energy right there, Gemini. So let's take a look and pull some clarifier cards. Like I said, that 9 of Cups fell out at the beginning, so you all may have made a wish or an intention already that is going to start coming true, or you might be able to see a little more planning going on there. But let's see, the cards are kind of wonky for you all. Let's see, some messages are trying to fly out there. So let's see what is clarified for that Page of Wands. So you do have the King of Cups clarifying the Page of Wands. For the Knight of Swords, you do have the World card. So possibly some endings. You've finished a cycle. It's time to start anew. And that makes really good sense here at this end of the year for you all, Gemini. And in the future, you have the Death card clarifying the Four of Wands. So that's really beautiful energy, Gemini. You all have probably the most positive news so far. I feel like this Page of Wands, King of Cups, in the past, it feels like there is some messages, possibly people, younger people, children, kids. Someone has brought you some kind of enlightenment or some kind of news over these maybe past couple of months. I really feel like, especially since Mars is in your sign, Gemini, I think that you all have been really kind of tapping into more of your communicative side, maybe with your own self. And it feels like with this King of Cups, maybe your emotional side as well. Maybe a love interest has come in the past to really help you with some emotional healing. It feels like something that's been really positive from the past. And in the present, it feels like at this new moon in Capricorn, you're really ready to take the reins on something. With that Knight of Swords, you're really ready to go. Like, Knight of Swords is literally like you're in motion, you're already there, but the universe wants to remind you like you are ending a cycle and starting something anew. So take some time and really like relish in that fact. Like, don't be so hasty to move on. Like, okay, I'm done with this. I've already finished, you know, that part of my life. I don't have to think about it anymore. The universe wants you to take some time and really kind of like focus on what is it that you have learned from the World card. What have you learned from that cycle so you can begin anew? But it feels like you all are really celebratory at this time in the future. I think as you all move into 2023, like I said, I think that you and a partner, you and a loved one, there's some kind of happy ending here. The Death card feels like you've let go of what is no longer needed. And to me, this Nine of Cups that had fallen out earlier is really symbolizing some type of wish granted for you all. And with that Four of Wands and the Death card, to me, Gemini, you all are really looking forward to the new year. I think many of you, I think this Mars in your sign has been a blessing. And I think many of you have been able to maybe attract what it is that you need. Maybe you've gotten more momentum behind some goals that you had with Mars being in your sign. So I think overall, Gemini, you look like you have a pretty positive spread here. Take a look at those timestamps below, and I'll talk to you later. Hi Cancer, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn. It's actually a supermoon that occurs on December 22nd of 2022, and it's at 1 degree of Capricorn. So it's at the very beginning signs of Capricorn. And remember, Capricorn is that sign of goal setting, really taking the physical world and figuring out, okay, what is it that I can plan to be able to achieve a certain goal. So really good time to be thinking about how you've gone through this 2022, how you are wanting to go into 2023. If you haven't already, Cancer, please like, subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up. It would really help my channel grow. Thank you so much for those of you who continue to come back all the time. To those of you that are new, thank you so much. Okay, Cancer, so let's get right into it. I'm going to do a past, present, and future spread. So in the past, you have the Empress card, Venus energy there. In the present, you do have the Tower card in reverse, so possibly some big news coming on in here, Cancer, at around this new moon. And then in the future, you have the Nine of Wands, so possibly looking back on a whirlwind of, times that you all have had. Maybe it's been a turbulent year for you all, but you're kind of like at this ending space, ready to look back and figure out how is it that you can improve your future. What is it that you can do to, move on into a new cycle. So we're going to pull some clarifier cards for that Empress, for the Tower, and for the Nine of Wands. And Cancer, this week is really a lot of energy is going on. We did have the sun move into Capricorn on December 21st before this new moon. So also, if you have any Capricorn placements, make sure you take a look at their reading as well. The timestamps are in the description below. And we also have Jupiter move into Aries, and we also had Chiron move direct into Aries. So lots of planetary movement this week, okay? All right, so to clarify the Empress, we have the Nine of Wands. So you see that Nine of Wands energy also came from you in the future and you in the past. So don't be surprised if some themes from the past reoccur in the future. And that makes a lot of sense, Cancer, because we do have Mercury getting ready to go fully retrograde at the end of December. So don't be surprised if there's some repeated themes throughout the upcoming weeks. Okay, you have the Strength card in reverse, clarifying the Tower card. That's really some nice energy. Most people don't like to see the Tower card, but to me, something significant is going to be taken out of your life that is no longer needed, and you're going to have the strength to deal with it. So I like that energy. And in the future, look at there, you have the Fool. So like I said, ending possibly a cycle and possibly a new. But now, what is interesting to me is that you have a lot of reversals. So don't be surprised if there's some angst here in some of these kind of areas of your life. I feel like in the past, you did have the Empress, where possibly you were building some type of new way of maybe staying healthy, taking care of yourself. But it's almost like you're kind of looking back on the past into what is it that's like you're done with, or you're ready to like end that cycle. And it feels like this Empress card is maybe something you were trying to start but didn't get a lot of traction from it, or you felt good in the past but maybe you don't feel as good anymore with that Nine of Wands. And I also say that because once we get to the present with the Tower and the Strength both in reverse, there's this sense to me, Cancer, that you have something removed from your life that is no longer serving you, but it also feels like you're glad that it's no longer serving you. Does that make sense? Like maybe this is a toxic environment. Maybe these are people that were around you. This could be a job related, but this also could be just people that are no longer good for you. This could be friendships that have dissolved. This could be you just looking at yourself and realizing, you know what, I no longer am even interested in that lifestyle anymore. So I do feel like that Strength card and that Tower card both in reverse, I think they're going to be really positive things that come up for you at this new moon in Capricorn. And then lastly, you have this Nine of Wands in the Fool card. And to me, that signifies not only are you going to possibly repeat some themes that you had in the past, like I said with that Nine of Wands, but you're almost like looking back on life and you're like, I'm ready to start anew in a different way, in a maybe a better way. And I feel like Capricornian energy is that energy of being able to say, this is what I want to achieve, this is how I want to do it. And even if you have to adjust it, because the Fool card obviously is in reverse here, so it may not play out the way that you intended it to, or the way that you plotted out, but the universe is telling you just go ahead and start. Like you just need a beginning stage, and that's what that Fool card is going to get you. So overall, Cancer, I think that this is a really nice energy, even though there might be some turbulent times with that Tower, with those two Nine of Wands. I think by time we get into mid-January, you're going to look back and see what helpful energy that was removed is really going to be like helpful, if that makes sense. Okay, Cancer, I hope you all have a great new moon in Capricorn, and I'll talk to you later. Hey, Leo. I'm Nonique, and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn that occurs on December 22nd, 2022 at 1 degree of Capricorn. Both the moon and the sun are sitting in Capricorn. So Leo, at this time, this is a great time for goal setting, looking ahead, figuring out how 2022 was a, pivotal year for you, how you want to move forward in 2023. We are going to do a past, present, and future card spread here, but I will tell you, Leo, especially for many of the fixed signs, I feel like this has been a really dynamic year, especially with Saturn in Aquarius has affected many of the fixed signs of Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and did I forget someone? Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. And I feel like you four have really had a year that you're kind of looking back on and trying to figure out what you can do differently in the new year. I feel like Capricorn is that energy of you being able to set goals, but also be able to achieve them. So I think this is going to be a really great time for you all, Leo. So let's pull a past, present, and future card spread. In the past, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. In the present, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And in the future, you have the Six of Swords. So possibly moving away from some mental energy that is no longer needed to some better waters. I see Seven of Cups, maybe some confusion in the past, lots of options. And with that Knight of Cups, you could have had a love interest or someone come in that was trying to present some information, present some emotional token of love, but don't know if you really went through with that Six of Swords, since you are moving away from whatever was no longer serving you. So let's go ahead and pull some clarifier cards here, Leo. Now, Leo, another thing, this is a really dynamic dynamic week with this new moon in Capricorn, because it's actually a super moon, which means the moon is closer to the earth, so we will feel this energy so much more. But we also have the sun move into Capricorn on the 21st. Earlier in the week, we had Chiron turn direct in Aries, as well as Jupiter move into Aries. So lots of energy going on, and I think that many of us are going to be feeling it throughout the holidays, moving into the new year. So just really be patient with yourself and pace yourself, okay? All right, Leo. So for the Seven of Cups, you have the Sun card. So that's some beautiful energy. Possibly all of those options that were presented to you in the past may have been really positive and were really helpful. That Knight of Cups, you do have the Knight of Swords. Anytime you have two knights together, I feel like that is an energy of hurry up and wait. That Knight of Swords is rushing in while that Knight of Cups is still. So possibly that's been a little tug of war between you and someone else with those knights. And in the future, the Four of Wands clarifies that Six of Swords. So more positive energy lies ahead with those Six of Swords and Four of Wands. So that's some beautiful energy to see. So Leo, in the past with the Seven of Cups and the Sun card, I sense that you had a lot of opportunities, or a lot of options were presented to you. This could have been emotionally trying to kind of figure out where you felt for someone else, or this to me seems like maybe you were just trying to figure out your own emotional state. A lot of different things that you could have done, but it feels like that Sun card came in and really helped brighten up all of these options, meaning like you were able to maybe clarify what you didn't need anymore, and that Sun card came in to remove what was no longer needed. So that's kind of nice to not be in the ambiguity stage. That's what I feel like was kind of in the past, but quickly dissipated, I feel like, once you get to this new moon in Capricorn. Like I said, you do have two knights, but they are both in reversal, but they're almost like the opposite. Like the Knight of Swords is like rushing into something without really thinking. Knight of Cups is like this still, someone maybe brings you some emotional support, or a loved one comes in with an offer or a proposal of some sort. But it's almost like these two are, like I said, hurry up and wait. Like someone's like, well, you need to hurry up and figure out like if you're gonna come with me on a Christmas holiday. And you're like, okay, well, I need to think through it. And you're like, well, no, there's no time to wait. We need to hurry up. And then by time you're like, okay, well, I need to ask my boss for the time off. There's this kind of like back and forth thing, but then by time you figure it out, it's almost like they're like, oh, okay, now my boss is saying I can't go. So there's some kind of like, hurry up, wait. So just be prepared for that during this lunation cycle, Leo. But in the future, it seems like everything works out. It feels like that Six of Swords energy, you move away from kind of like this chaotic back and forth mode with someone else. And it feels like you all have a great union. Like to me, this seems like it's all about you figuring out your emotional health, your mental health, maybe concerning a relationship. But it looks like in the future, you're able to move forward. You feel good about yourself, and you feel good about the decisions that you had to make with that Six of Swords. So overall, it looks like you and someone else are going to be extremely happy. You're going to move forward in 2023 with a more positive outlook than you did in the past. So really nice to see, Leo. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in the description below, and I'll talk to you later. Hi Virgo, welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn that occurs on December 22nd, 2022 at 1 degree of Capricorn. So we are at the very beginning degrees of Capricorn. And Virgo, this is a really good time for you to consider how you have fared through the year of 2022, what you're looking forward to in 2023. Capricorn is that sign of setting goals. So if there's anything that you haven't accomplished this year, this is a really good time to make some tangible steps on how to achieve that in the upcoming year. Also, Virgo, if you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented, given Scorpio Soul Time a thumbs up on YouTube, it really helps my channel grow, and I would so appreciate it. Okay, Virgo, so this week has already been a really dynamic week. We had the sun move into Capricorn on the 21st. We also had Aries or Chiron actually move direct in Aries, and we had Jupiter move into Aries. So lots going on, okay? So Virgo, also take a look at your the timestamps below in the description for your sun, moon, or rising sign, and let's get right into it. So in your past, you have the Queen of Swords in the upright position. In the present, you have the Justice card in the upright position. And in the future, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So already looking like some really dynamic energy going on there, Virgo, especially with that Justice card and Wheel of Fortune. Looks like some kind of decision, swift decisions that were possibly made in the past with that Queen of Swords. Something is being ruled in your favor, so that's really nice to see. And that Wheel of Fortune in the future, possibly having a twist of luck, fate step in and really help you out. So that's a really beautiful energy. So let's pull some clarifier cards here for the Queen of Swords. So we do have the Seven of Cups. Possibly you had some decisions that you had to make. A lot of options were presented to you. In the present, you have the Moon card, clarifying the Justice card. So just beware that there may be some news or information that's not quite clear at this new moon in Capricorn. And in the future, to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, you have the World card. So I can already tell you, Virgo, you all are going through a major kind of you're almost like coming to this culmination stage of your life, and maybe one aspect of your life where it seems like there were some major decisions that needed to occur in the past, and now it feels like you're moving to this place where you're able to really have more information, but being able to say, okay, I'm now done with this stage and I'm ready to start anew, okay? So in the past with the Queen of Swords and with that Seven of Cups, some type of decision you needed to make. I don't know if this was around just your own feeling about where you're at in your life. I think many people, especially at the end of the year, kind of look back over their entire year, whether it's their relationships, their health, their work, their job, their family, their relationships with how, you know, you treated yourself. I think there was something that you needed to make some decisions on with all of these cups. And it really feels like you were able to, if you weren't able to make the decision then, it feels like you're now going to start having more clarity with that Justice card around what is it that no longer serves you, where is it that you need more balance in your life. I think a lot of people are realizing their health has been suffering, or maybe their mental health even, right, has been suffering. And I feel like this Justice card and the Moon card is reminding you, like, take some time for yourself, make sure you're balancing or have balance in your life, but also realize that that justice is like something is going to rule in your favor possibly, but know that maybe all the information won't be clear until maybe you even get into mid-January, because we do have Mercury going retrograde at the end of December, and then we already have Mars retrograde since the end of October, okay? So it'll take until about mid-January before both planets go direct again. But in the future, in 2023, I see the Wheel of Fortune and the World for you. So this is really beautiful energy, Virgo. This is really that energy of like fate kind of steps in and is like, you know what? You've done what you needed to do. You're done with that cycle. It's time to move into a whole another cycle. It's time for you to be the fool again and start over. So I think that that is to be honest with you, that's really what you want, I believe, at the end of a year, is to feel like, okay, I accomplished what I needed to do, and now I'm moving on to the next year. So I think that this is really nice energy, Virgo. Do, though, take a look at those timestamps in the description below just to check out your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and see where other energies and messages come to you. But overall, it looks like you all have a positive new moon in Capricorn coming up. Okay, Virgo, I'll talk to you later. Hi, Libra. Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about... Woo, look at all those cards. Okay. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn that occurs on December 22nd at 1 degree of Capricorn. So we are in the very beginning stages of Capricorn. Remember, Capricorn is an earth sign, and it is that energy of setting goals, being able to climb that mountain, being able to look up and say, I want to be able to get to that point by this date. So just be really mindful of what things you are wanting to kind of look back over 2022, figure out what is it that you did and didn't accomplish, and then really like just being really like methodical and like strategic. Okay, like Capricorn is that strategic sign. Libra, if you would, I would love if you would like, subscribe, comment, give Scorpio Soul Time a thumbs up if this information resonates with you. Share with others. It really helps my channel grow. All right, Libra. So this week has been a really powerful week in terms of energy. We had the sun move into Capricorn on the 21st. We did have Jupiter move into Aries, and Chiron went direct in Aries. So lots of energy also working with this supermoon, okay? So in the past, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. In the present, you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And in the future, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. So all reversal energy, Libra. So that's kind of interesting. So let's pull some clarifiers and see what's going on with that Wheel of Fortune in the past, the Eight of Swords in the present, and Three of Wands in the future. Also, Libra, this is a really great time to take a look at your sun, moon, and rising sign videos. Look at the timestamps below, and you'll be able to go right to them. They're all in this one video. Okay, so let's take a look at the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Empress card clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. For the Eight of Swords, we have the Justice card in reverse. And for the Three of Wands, we have the Nine of Pentacles clarifying the Three of Wands. So Libra, it looks like in the past you have had some type of twist of fate come in, possibly some news that came in around you trying to start something new, birth a new idea possibly into creation with that Empress card. Maybe many of you were trying to get the momentum to get started on something, but it just felt like you didn't quite. It's like you had the ideas, but maybe it didn't actually fruition with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. But it feels like you have some really good, it's almost like you have the ideas, but you didn't know how to like implement them, or you didn't feel like you had the resources to implement them. And here in the present at this new moon in Capricorn, it feels like you're still kind of stuck, like that Eight of Swords and the Justice card in reverse. There's someone that you feel like either is holding the cards for you, like you don't know where you're going with like something that has been brought up. So maybe you went to your boss in the past and you have asked for a raise or asked for a promotion, or you're working with someone who you've been asking, for information, and maybe you're just feeling stuck. Like it feels like at this new moon, you're still seeking answers, or you're still like waiting for your turn or something to be ruled in your favor. But I feel like once you get possibly out of this calendar year and we get past the retrogrades, like I said, in mid-January, to me it feels like you're going to start kind of planning out and strategizing better what it is that you want to accomplish. And since you have so many reversals, I'm almost sensing like it's just going to take some time. But with that Nine of Pentacles, you're really looking back on what is it that you've accomplished, but that Three of Wands, you're looking forward into the future. So I think that this is kind of a nice dynamic, because that Nine of Pentacles is usually like you're being rewarded, or you're looking at all of your accomplishments, while that Three of Wands is like, okay, what do I do next? And I feel like you're looking out into the future, like, okay, I'm not going to worry about what didn't work in the past. I feel like at this new moon in Capricorn, you're really setting some definitive goals, and you're saying, okay, in 2023, I'm not going to take those same steps I did back here in 2022. 2023, I'm going to, you know, eat better, I'm going to find a new job, and I'm going to try to hang out in nature more. Like whatever goals you need to be able to achieve, I feel like that Three of Wands and Nine of Pentacles are going to really help you as you move into the new year. Okay, Libra, take a look at those timestamps below, and I'll talk to you later. Hi Scorpio, welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the supermoon, new moon in Capricorn that occurs on December 22nd, and it is at 1 degree of Capricorn, so it's at the very, very beginning stages of that earth sign. And remember, Scorpio, Capricorn is that sign of goal setting, wanting to be able to climb that mountain and really say, okay, I achieved this, this, and this, and like what are the steps to get there. So this is a great time as you end 2022 to really figure out what goals you want to achieve in the following year. But it's also an interesting time, Scorpio, because we just had the winter solstice. The sun moved into Capricorn on the 21st. We did have Chiron actually move direct into, or it's been in Aries, so it moved direct just a little while before this new moon. And we also have Jupiter now in Aries, so big expansive energy around your goals, around what it is you need motivation. This could be a great time, Scorpio, to set some new intentions, okay? Okay, Scorpio, so what we're going to do is pull a past, present, and future card spread. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented on Scorpio Soul Time, I would really love if you would. Giving me a thumbs up on my videos, it really helps my channel grow. Okay, Scorpio, so let's get right into it. In the past, you have the Seven of Cups. I've had a lot of signs. You're the 11th read I've done today, and Seven of Cups, I would say, has been very much apparent in most of the readings. If you had a lot of opportunities, a lot of options being presented to you in the past, that would be what that represents. In the present, you have the King of Wands in reverse. And in the future, you have the Chariot card in reverse. Now let's take a look at some clarifier cards for that Seven of Cups, for that King of Wands, and for the Chariot. Scorpio, also, there's a new format for this video. It has all of the readings are in this one video, so take a look at the timestamps below to look at your sun, moon, and rising signs as well, okay? All right, Scorpio, so let's clarify the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Chariot. So for the Seven of Cups, we do have the Ten of Cups. So some, whatever those options and different things that were being presented to you in the past looked like it was probably family oriented. You all really feeling like you're together. That's a nice energy. For the King of Wands, you have the Four of Swords, possibly needing to take a rest, possibly expelling too much energy at this new moon in Capricorn, to really watch your health at this time, Scorpio. And in the future, for the Chariot, having that Three of Wands. So there is this kind of sense of you wanting to figure out how to move forward in the future. So I think that that's some really nice energy starting the year. So Scorpio, in the past, you've had this kind of sense of lots of options, lots of opportunities possibly being presented to you. I feel like since these are both in the upright position, it's been really positive for you, especially around your family matters. You all feeling really good about where you're at. Possibly everyone is in good spirits, good health. Maybe 2022 has been a really good year for you and your family emotionally. And I feel like you've made some really good decisions this year, Scorpio. So that's really nice to see. I was telling Taurus as well that you all have had a really interesting year with the eclipses in your sign. And so I think that, you know, all these opportunities, it's nice to see that, you know, you feel good at where you're at in the year. But I will tell you, Scorpio, once we get to this new moon in Capricorn, there is this sense of you needing to take a rest. I feel like you all are always on the go. Trust me, I'm a Scorpio sun and moon. And so there always feels like this sense of I'm not doing enough, or I could be doing more. And I feel like this King of Wands is like, yeah, there are things to be doing, and there is an opportunity, especially like an entrepreneurial kind of like spirit about you. But I also think there's also time to rest. There's time to look back over what you have accomplished and not always be in the like have to be moving forward mode, which is very hard for a Scorpio, I will tell you that, and an Aquarius rising. So this Four of Swords, please be mindful of your health. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Sometimes that's really hard around the holidays and, you know, going into the new year. But the universe is like, you've done a lot of stuff this year. Take your time. It's not going anywhere. And I say that because this Chariot card and this Three of Wands is more of that like, okay, where is it that you want to go? Where is it that you want to plan, strategize? I feel like that Three of Wands is really like, where are you like wanting to move next? What's your next steps? And that Chariot card is like giving you almost permission to be not only strategic, but like think through what are good options, but what is not worth your time. Make sure you're really like leading these, sphinxes in the right direction, being really methodical and strategic. And so I think, Scorpio, this is going to be a really great time for you. I feel like Capricorn time is always a great time to be able to figure out what goals you have, but also be mindful. You know, we do have Mercury and Mars going to be retrograde from the end of December to like mid-January. So just keep that in mind. Mars has been retrograde since the end of October. So anything that you want to accomplish, it's going to be there. You can still like set your goals, but just be really fluid, okay? But otherwise, Scorpio, I think this looks like a positive new moon in Capricorn. Like I said, check the description below for the other signs and take a look at those videos as well. Okay, Scorpio, I'll talk to you later. Hi Sagittarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn. That's actually a supermoon that occurs on December 22nd at 1 degree of Capricorn. So this is the very beginning stages of Capricorn. So Sag, welcome. If you haven't been here before, this is where we talk about the astrology, but we also pull some tarot cards, sense what energy we are dealing with during this lunation cycle. If you haven't, you saw those cards just go out. If you haven't already subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love if you would. If you can like, subscribe, comment, it really helps my channel grow. So, all right, Sag. So what are we dealing with here at this new moon in Capricorn? This is a great time to hone in on those Capricornian themes of goal setting, trying to achieve certain milestones, you know, looking back on 2022, figuring out what you did well, what you didn't do so well, what you would like to maybe accomplish in 2023. This is a really good time to really kind of take stock at where you're at, and Capricorn is is a really good sign for doing that. It is an earth sign, and so it really concentrates on, you know, those energies of how it is that you can ground yourself. What is it that you can do to achieve whatever goals you are, whether it's wanting more money, wanting better health, wanting to move forward in your career. This is the time to really figure out what is working and not, okay, Sag? So let's go ahead and pull a past, present, and future card spread. I also invite you to look at the timestamps below in the description. All the videos are in this one video, so all the signs are at those timestamps, okay? All right, Sagittarius, so in the past, you have the Nine of Cups, possibly having some type of wish granted. In the present, you have the Page of Cups, possibly a loved one or someone lending some emotional support. In the future, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So really looking at what you have accomplished so far in this year and how you want to move forward with much of the Pentacle energy, which is that earth sign of possibly making more money, possibly wanting to strike out into other areas of your life in terms of wealth. So that's really a beautiful energy for the future. So we're going to pull some clarifier cards. So interesting, you have two nines here, Sag. So in the past and in the future, you have nines. So I think that's interesting in terms of almost ending a cycle. Think through what it is that possibly you have finished up in 2022 and you want to move forward with maybe starting some new cycle in 2023, okay? So clarifying the Nine of Cups, you do have the Hierophant in reverse. Clarifying the Page of Cups, you have the Six of Wands. So really nice energy there, possibly being rewarded or congratulated or acknowledged for a job well done. And in the future, possibly a little strife there with the Five of Wands. So let's see what's going on here, Sag. So in the past with the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant, to me, that there is some entity that possibly has been squashing or squelching some of your dreams, if you will. To me, this sounds like maybe a job or a boss or someone who is you're having to report to. Maybe you had some type of ideas and you know, you went to the boss and like, I think that, you know, this system may run better if we did this and this. And they really haven't gotten back to you. You really haven't had maybe some of your requests even acknowledged. And so I sense that there was kind of like a little bit of iffiness from the past in terms of maybe some dreams or wishes that you were like hoping would move through. But I feel like you're not stressing about that anymore because it feels like maybe something was actually heard. Maybe your boss actually did go and talk to their boss. And it feels like there's some kind of like emotional support that has been led to you. I mean, maybe there's someone who was like, you know what, well, that idea wasn't the best, but we are thinking that that could be a better way that another, you know, entity or another division runs even better. But there's some kind of acknowledgement of you really leveling up, you being possibly rewarded for what you were thinking, or just being acknowledged for being forward thinking. Like sometimes companies actually reward those who kind of go out on a limb and kind of you know, say what they think is a way to make the environment better, right? And in the future, you have this Nine of Pentacles and Five of Wands. So I'm kind of sensing in 2023, you're going to be really looking at your accomplishments, which you have been able to, not only what you've been able to achieve, like possibly back here with that Six of Wands, but it feels like you might have a little bit of competition, but it feels like it's more like playful competition. And this might be at work, in the workplace. Maybe you're competing for money or a raise or possibly, you know, just some playful fun. But it feels like you're going to be really working with some other people in terms of how to all of you to level up. Maybe your boss has presented presented an idea of how you all can get ahead further, if you all can, you know, get better projections of your monthly, you know, gross sales or whatever. There's something that you're going to be working together here in 2023. But overall, Sagittarius, I feel like you have had a really prosperous year with that Nine of Pentacles. You've been really rewarded for some of your ideas. And I think moving into the upcoming year, I would encourage you to figure out what kind of goals you can set in order to either repeat this if you were really happy with it, or how to level up into a new way of how you operate with others, and how you really feel about yourself and your self-worth as you move forward in 2023. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope you all have a great new moon in Capricorn, and I'll talk to you later.